Hey guys, welcome back to another video. I thought I would make a video on, I don't know why my camera's not focusing. There we go. I thought I would make a video on my new main phone, and that's really not going to make a lot of sense to 99% of people watching this, because you're looking at an iPhone 11 Pro Max, which was my main phone, and an iPhone 6s Plus. So, I know I'm crazy for this. You don't have to tell me. I switched from an iPhone 11 Pro Max to an iPhone 6s Plus, and I thought I'd make this video to kind of try to explain why I did that, even though it is not going to make any sense to most people watching. So this is my old main. It's an iPhone 11 Pro Max, 64GB space gray. This is my new main. It's an iPhone 6s Plus, 128GB rose gold from China. So I had been wanting to put the 11 Pro Max into my phone collection for quite some time now. I'd always wanted an 11 Pro Max for my phone collection. I never quite had one to put in my collection. And I've had 4 11 Pro Maxes now. So I had the gold one I found at Target a really long time ago with the cracked back and the cracked camera lens. I had the silver one I found at that same Target like a week later that was iCloud locked and in lost mode. Fun fact, the original owner actually wanted that back. And I totally gave it to him. I totally did not keep it in my collection and then like a year later smash it because I was bored. Totally did not do that. And then I had a gold one, which was a 256GB that I found at Target with the S21. So for anybody who's been on the channel long enough to have watched that video, I never really gave an update on that phone. So here's the update. It was FMI off, 256GB, mint condition other than the absolutely demolished screen. So I sold it to my friend for like 120 something bucks. And it ended up being MDM locked to a children's hospital, so I ended up having to refund him, and it was only good for parts. I kind of regret selling that phone. I wish I kept it. But I didn't know it was MDM locked. If I knew it was MDM locked, I would have held on to it. Anyway, never really had an 11 Pro Max for my collection, unless you count the silver one, which was kind of in like bad shape by the time I was done trying to get it unlocked. And I smashed it because I was bored. Wish I didn't do that, because it was like an okay phone for my collection. And I was looking at phones I had, like, okay, realistically, what could I put my SIM card in? I have a XS Max, but that's on 14, so it doesn't support anything, and it's blacklisted, so can't use that on a carrier. I have a 7 Plus, but I need to replace the home button, and I'm not using an iPhone 7 Plus on iOS 15 with a bad battery, like, shitty battery, not bad battery, but it'll be a terrible experience, and I won't enjoy using it. I could use the Pixel 6, which is what I'm filming on, and that's going to be my new camera. But I was like, okay, but I don't really want to commit to using an Android phone. I use enough features on an iPhone to require an iPhone. And I settled on my iPhone 6s Plus because I could enjoy using it, and it's unlocked to all carriers. So there are a handful of issues with this. Number one, I got this thing for super cheap because it was made out of a bunch of parts. So one of the issues I have, it has burn-in, really bad burn-in, of the home bar and the menu bar, which was starting to get really annoying. It's also on iOS 17, and because my backup was super bloated with a bunch of stuff, the phone was super buggy and super slow. But I didn't want to use a phone that wasn't on this backup, and it seems to be some type of issue with newer iOS, because this is on the same backup and it's actually faster than this phone was. I know that's like unbelievable, but it is. Face ID also doesn't work. The battery health is at 71%, which is like pretty bad. And it's Sprint locked, which means I can't use this thing if I switch carriers, and I do want to switch carriers. I'm getting really tired of Metro by T-Mobile. They kind of suck. And I don't like that I have to go on their website and activate my phone every time I switch, which was a big process for this because they make it really complicated. So the 6s Plus is really nice. It has a brand new OEM display. And let me go into battery health real quick. I've used it a little bit since I replaced the battery like a year ago, but a brand new OEM battery as well. And when I say OEM, I mean they were purchased off of like repair shops that were closing down. It's on iOS 15.8.4. It is a Chinese model, ML6N2CH/A, which means it has the really cool China-exclusive charging screen as well. So, I've enjoyed using this phone much more than this one. I know that's insane. Of course, I'm losing out on features, like I have a worse camera, I don't have stereo anymore, it's an LCD and not an OLED, I have Touch ID, which means I'm actually gaining a feature, because this doesn't have any biometrics. But I'm fine with this, and realistically, this iPhone 6s Plus is only going to be a temporary thing. When I switch carriers, the goal is to switch to a carrier that's going to either offer me a decent phone for free, or give me like a really good trade-in deal where I can trade in like any phone I want for the newest iPhone, which means I can just trade them and unlock like a working cracked iPhone 6. And as long as it's not blacklisted or iCloud locked, we'll take it. So I don't know how much longer I'm going to be using this for, but until the foreseeable future, I'll be using this iPhone 6s. It does mean I'll be recording bin footage on it. I'm not going to be recording YouTube videos on this thing, just because I have the Pixel 6, which is infinitely better, and I'm also using that as a secondary phone. Another issue I'm remembering I had with the 11 Pro Max is I was constantly running out of storage, because it's only 64 gigabytes. This is a 128, and 128 is like just enough for me, so yeah. But that is it. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys later.